Atwood machine and hanging mass. There are two examples I want to go through. So let's start. Example one. We got a classic Atwood machine. We got two hanging masses. This is very classic. We got one mass 3.0 kg, the other one 1.5 kg. The question is find the acceleration of the system and the tension in the rope. The very first thing we need to do, we need to write and draw the free body diagram for each mass. So let's go ahead and do that. So here it is, and I am showing the arrow in the direction of the movement. The 3 kg mass, the M1 pulls down. It's greater than the tension force because pulling the 1.5 kg over. And then the M2, the 1.5 kg, is got less force coming down, the force of gravity, but tension is going to be higher. Now we're going to write down the net force for each one. So let's go ahead and do that. Remember, we are using the Newton's second law now, okay? So the Newton's second law, we need to find the acceleration of the system. That is, we need the net force. So in this case, the F net is equal to, we have M1G minus the tension. That will give us the force, the net force. Now remember, the net force in this case is M1A. A is acceleration of the system, and we get it from M1G. This is the first one, and then we're going to do the same thing to the mass 2, and that would be this. This time the tension is more, you subtract away from M2G, and again, this is M2A, mass, the second mass times acceleration of the system, and that's equal to the tension minus M2J. So these are the two equations that we have for acceleration, but the tension is the same for both. Okay, so we can now manipulate these two equations. So we're just going to add the two equations. That's one way to do it, or you can solve each of the equations for t and then substitute it back, but adding the two equations is just easier to get rid of the value of t, the tension. So left hand side, so what do we have? We have M1A plus M2A. That's what we're going to do. We're going to add the two equations. That means we're adding the left hand sides and the right hand sides together. Okay, so here it is, and then the second, this other side, mg1 minus the tension, we're going to add that to the other side, t minus m2g. Okay, we're going to polish this. We're going to factor a out of the left hand side, m1 plus m2, and then when we simplify that, we'll get m1g minus m2g. We can factor g out, we get m1 minus m2 on the right hand side. Okay, the question is, we want to solve for the acceleration of the system. That means we don't know what a is. A we don't know, and that's what we need to solve for. So here we're going to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of a, which is m1 plus m2. So let's go ahead and do that. And here it is. And when you do this, the top m1 plus m2, they divide each other and it gets 1, and a becomes isolated, and we can now solve for a. So now that we have the acceleration form set up, now we're just going to substitute values for g, m1, m2, and then do the math. Let's go ahead and do that. So here is the direct substitution, and when you do the math, you get 3.27 meters per second squared. That is the acceleration of the system. Now the second part of the question is we need to find the tension. Right here, we need to find the tension. So let's go ahead, and we're going to use one of these two equations to solve for tension. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to use the tension equation for the second mass. So here it is. Redo or solve this equation for t. You get t equals m2a plus m2g, and then you substitute values in there. You can factor m2 out, but here it is. Let's do that. We get a plus g, and then plug in the values for m2, a, and g, and then that would be it. Excellent. Now do the math, and you get 19.6 Newton. That is the tension. Okay, let's look at the second question. Now, before I move on to the second question, I just want to reiterate the first thing that you need to do, you need to do the free body diagram for each of the two masses. And the idea is always look at what is the net force. Everything's got to do with the net force, all right? So in here, we are dealing with the net force for the first mass. We are dealing with the net force in the second mass. In this case, tension is pulling it up in both cases. Once you have the diagram properly set up, okay, and then you go through, and of course you use common sense. It just makes sense. The 3 kg is pulling down, this coming down because it's higher force than the tension that's pulling it back. The 1.5 is not strong enough. Force on the tension is higher. That means it's going to pull up instead of coming down. So we're going to use common sense to write up the equations and then just do the math. All right, now let's move on to the second question. Here's example 2. There's a modified Atwood, one mass on the table and one is hanging. So we got 4 kgs on the table and the 2 kgs hanging, and the surface is frictionless. This is important. And then question is find the acceleration of the system and the tension in the rope. Same idea as the Atwood, but it's modified. So here is the free body diagram for each of the two masses. So remember that unbalanced force when the object is moving, and in this case the vertical movement is 0. There is no vertical movement. The M1G and Fn, the normal force, is exactly opposite of M1G. The object is not moving vertically. It's just moving horizontally. So there is a tension on the object and there is no friction. That means that it is being pulled. So the tension value is there. The M2 is very straightforward. There is no horizontal movement. All right, no left or right, but it's up and down. And M2J, which is the second mass, is pulling the system down. That means it's greater than the tension. All right, and because it is just frictionless surface. All right, so this is the free body diagram. We're going to go ahead and now we're going to find the acceleration of the system, but first we're going to deal with all the net forces for each one. Okay. Okay, we're going to set up the Newton's second law for each of the two masses. For mass 1, M1 is tension equal to M1A because that's the only forces acting as the net force basically, okay? Because the tension is higher and the friction therefore is moving. So that's what that is for the first, the Newton's second law for M1. Just for the second mass, the net force is M2J minus the tension because it's pulling it down, but at the same time is being pulled back by a certain amount of tension. So the net force is M2A, that's the M2A right there, and then the subtraction of M2J and the tension. So now that we have these two equations, we have the first one right here, we have the second one right there, and the tension is the same tension. So we're going to substitute T equal to M1A into the second equation. So let's call this a first equation. Let's look at the second equation. And then we'll just rewrite. So let's go ahead and do that. So what do we have? We have M2A, M2G minus M1A. Okay. And now we're going to bring all the like terms. So A and A, both acceleration. So we're going to bring them one side. So we get M2A plus M1A equals to M2G. Okay. Now that we have this, we can rewrite that as, I'm going to factor A out, acceleration out of the left-hand side, M2 plus M1, and that's equal to M2G. We are solving for A. So here we simply divide both sides of this equation by M2 plus M1 because we want to isolate the A, and then you have the equation for A, which is equal to this, M2J divided by the masses adding up. All right, we're going to just substitute the value for M2 and M1 and G and then rewrite and then do the calculation. Here's a direct substitution, and the final answer will be 3.27 meters per second squared And yes, it is the same acceleration as the last question, but it's just by coincidence that happened. All right, and now that we have this, we want to find so this is the acceleration of the system, okay? And now that we have this, we're going to go ahead and find the tension on the rope, and we can use either one of these equations, but the equation 1 will suffice. So let's go ahead and use that and then solve for the tension. So here's the direct substitution. When you multiply, you get 13.1 Newton, and that is the tension for the system. All right, two different questions. Both of them are involved. You make sure that you write the first thing you do, you have to do the free body diagram, and then you're going to deal with the net force, apply this Newton's second law for to the each masses, and then use common sense. Very easy. Don't make it complicated, and then follow up the algebra. This is the algebra heavy. This is why you need that. All right, make sure you take the quiz in the description below or the pinned comment, and check out the next video in the series. Okay, until next time.